everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup collection and storage video. I'm just going to start by showing the collection and the storage that I have because I'm a very visual person and I feel like I enjoyed those videos the best when I could just see them. But if you are more interested in the specific storage items that I have, stay tuned for the end. I'm going to go into detail about each item that I have and where I got it and stuff like that. I probably have a lot in the eyes of just an everyday makeup wearer, but I worked in the cosmetic industry, so I did get a lot of stuff in gratis, and I honestly just blew so much money. Like, I don't even want to think about how much money I've wasted on makeup at this point. So this is by no means like showing off or trying to be like, oh, look at all this makeup I have, because honestly, at the end of the day, it's almost shameful how much money I've spent out of my own pocket on makeup, and you should all look at me and think I'm stupid. But anyway, this is going to be my makeup collection and storage. I have a passion for makeup. I love it. I hope this doesn't come off like I'm trying to show off, because I'm really not. Like, it's something that I'm passionate about and I love. I feel like that's a good reason too for me to make this video now, because I feel in my soul that this is the most makeup that I'm probably ever going to have at one point in my life. I'm gonna say that now because I really do think that's true. I don't work in the cosmetic industry anymore. I don't work at a makeup counter or anything, so I'm not getting any makeup for free, and I really don't need to be buying any more makeup. I have so much more that I need to put my money towards than just blowing everything on makeup. So I truly believe this is the most makeup I'll ever have at one point in my life, so it's probably best for me to make this now, just because it gets to show the storage that I have when I have, you know, this much makeup accumulated. So I did a ton of research when I was looking into what I wanted for my makeup storage. I watched a ton of YouTube videos and I found personally that the Alex drawers work the best, and I have some storage on top with Muji drawers, the acrylic kind of storage containers, and those I've just had since high school before I even had the Alex drawers, so I used to have all of my makeup in there. So I'm gonna start on the top and then I'll go through the drawers. I used to work at MAC. If you guys are familiar with me ever saying that, I used to work at MAC. I was a 12-hour part-time artist there. Recently, I have not shopped at MAC just because I am vegetarian now, and I know we gave this spiel when we were working at MAC how, you know, we aren't contributing to animal testing and that we only sell to China and they are the country that has to take the makeup out and yada, yada, yada. We had a spiel that we had to say to clients, but as I've become vegetarian and learned a little bit more about it, I personally have decided that I don't want to repurchase from MAC anymore or support any companies that sell to China, just because it is basically continuing the testing on animals, and I just don't really want to support that. And I do want to support cruelty-free brands. So that's that little spiel that I'm going to put out there. I do have a lot of MAC stuff, like I said, because I used to work there, but I personally will not be repurchasing anything from MAC moving forward. So this is the top of my vanity. So up here on top of the Muji drawers, I have some MAC bullets. I have a lipstick canister and a pink dog. Honestly, that needs to go. It's so tacky. Like, I gotta get rid of it. I've had it for so many years though, and it's just been sitting up there forever. I'll get rid of it one day though, guys, I swear. But yeah, that is what the top looks like. So I got these acrylic Muji drawers when I was in high school. I have one of the 2 drawer, which is a little thicker. I would put powders in here. And then I have one of the 5 drawer, which originally I was putting like thinner things or lip products, but now I only use this for my lip products. So the first drawer, I have a bunch of liquid lipsticks. It only is liquid lipsticks. I have Kat Von D, I have Jeffree Star, some Wet n Wild liquid cat suits. I really like the Wet n Wild liquid cat suit formula. It's a really nice liquid lipstick. I have 2 of the Smashbox ones, a Milani. This is a random one from Hot Topic, and I got a Lime Crime. The next drawer is, again, liquid lipsticks. I have some Anastasia ones. These are all ColourPop. I love ColourPop liquid lipsticks. I have 2 back here that are OCC. If you guys remember Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, I have 2 of the lip tars, and then I have a Ciate glitter lip flick. So the next drawer that I have is all bullet lipsticks. This first row is all MAC, another MAC one up here. I have Urban Decay, NYX, Revlon. I think this one's Wet n Wild. I'm not really sure. But essentially these are all lipstick bullets. This next drawer is all lipstick bullets again. I have Kat Von D, Lime Crime, Marc Jacobs Makeup Forever, First Aid Beauty by Benai. This one, oh my god, you guys, this one is the worst one that I have. It is by this company, Finding Ferdinand. Amazing idea and concept. Execution, not the best for me. I made my own. It's a really cool design. You just press it like that and it pulls out. But the color I made is just, guys, the color, it is the worst. Like light gray, charcoaly, like it's not even charcoal, it's just like light gray, almost so light that it's white, and it just looks awful. It's so pale. It looks like Voldemort would wear this. Like, I don't even know what went wrong. It looks so good on the computer screen, but that's why if you're gonna make your own lipstick, make sure it's one that you can like actually test first, because this was a train wreck. But anyway, I have a Anastasia one here, and that is my lipstick drawer. I really prefer lipsticks now over liquid lipsticks, but with quarantine and stuff, we haven't been wearing lipsticks at all, so these are kind of just going bad in my drawer here. This one here is all lip glosses. So again, I have a ton of MAC ones down here. I have NYX. I have another NYX. This is a butter gloss, which smells really nice. I have an Anastasia, a Medusa's makeup. This one is Wet n Wild, and it was from their Zodiac collection. It is the Pisces one. Obviously, I had to get Pisces because I'm a Pisces. And then in the back, that's just one from like Victoria's Secret from way back when they had makeup. The next one that I have is a little sparse because it doesn't have much that I actually use in here. Over here, these are some lip plumpers. I mostly use the Too Faced lip injection. I have some lip primers. And then these over here are all like lip creams. I personally don't like lip creams very much. That's why this drawer is really sparse. But I did want to have them have their own spot. And then this is just a really weird thing that MAC came out with that I don't like at all. It's like a gloss, but it also is a stain. I don't know, it's really weird, and it doesn't really have any other place, so I just popped it in this drawer. The final drawer here is all mini sized of things. So mini lipsticks, mini liquid lipsticks, like any type of mini thing that I got, whether it would be in a subscription box or whether I got it as a gift with purchase. I kind of just throw it down here just so it has a spot. So that, you guys, is the first thing that's on top of my vanity, and it is my Moody drawer with all of my lip products. Okay, you guys, so this first drawer is all of my powders. So I have it in an order. It goes from bronzers to blushes, highlighters, and then stuff on the side that couldn't fit. All right, so like I said, this is the bronzer side. I do have stuff that isn't bronzer, but I have Hoola, I have a MAC bronzer, I have the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Next is like a really weird one. This is actually not a bronzer or a contour, but I made it one. This is just a Maybelline eyeshadow. It's cool toned. I really went through a phase where I wanted a super cool toned contour just because I am so pale, and this worked well for it. I use this also for my nose contour for a little bit. It is pretty harsh now. I don't really use this at all anymore, but it is just in here. That's basically it for bronzers. I do have some minis here of other random stuff. Oops, I can't grab anything. Like, I have the Dream Bouncy blush, I have a mini NARS Deep Throat, and I have a mini Tarte, as well as like a tester in here. And back here I have two NC20 Studio Fixes. I have a Kat Von D powder along with a backup of Soft and Gentle because I wanted to use as much as I can of my discount while I had it. Back here I just have the Coty Airspun. I really don't like this at all. I got this for Halloween because I was doing makeup and I didn't have a setting powder, so I just bought this and I actually hate it. It smells so bad, but I don't want to waste it, so I do keep it here and I'm going to try to use it up. Back here I also have this Mally product. Honestly, it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's supposed to make you not be oily. I don't have oily skin at all to begin with, but this just came in like a Christmas thing or something that somebody gave me. It's a poreless face defender. I don't really know if it does anything, but I have tried it a couple times and it lives there. I have an extra back here of my Studio Fix because I'm a hoarder. I have the Lunatic Cosmetics Lab Mystifying Mattifying. I absolutely love this. It's so cute how it's a planchette. And it's actually a really decent powder too. I like this a lot. I have a contour palette from MAC, as well as the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. I also have a NARS Laguna liquid bronzer. I don't really use liquid bronzer that much, so it just goes back there. I also have a loose highlighter in the back that I'm not gonna grab because it's really not worth it. And then here I have most of my blushes. I have a MAC blush, a Milani, e.l.f., NARS, and then MAC. Then I have my highlighters. I have two highlighters up here from Revolution. They're the liquid highlights. I have one in Luna and the other is the pink one in Dragon's Blood. I have one of the ColourPop highlights in Lunch Money, which is really nice. I have this really dirty NARS Albatross, but a MAC one. I have a Becca Champagne Pop, some MAC. And then one of my favorite highlighters ever is the Revlon one. This one is the shade Just My Type. So pretty. I'm so pale though, you probably can't see any of these highlights because they're so washed out, but they're so nice. On the side here are some that can't fit anywhere else, like the Butter Bronzer, the Too Faced Blush. This is just to fill in your hairline. Oops, oh my god, it gets everywhere though. But this kind of just lives over here. This little satin thing is for the Mally poreless thing, so it's there. Lancome Absolute Powder, and then I have some highlighting palettes here. That is my drawer for bronzers, blush, and highlights, as well as some setting powders. The next drawer is a little random because I have some sunglasses back here. This is just where I keep them. I have some lip masks, and I keep all of my chapsticks here. I don't know why, I just always have kept them here. I have some lip scrubs in the back as well, and then all of my lip liners are in here. I have them all in this little acrylic container here. Most of them are NYX, but I have some other brands as well. This is my favorite one here. It's from Essence, and it's called, oh my god, Big Proposal. This is the nicest lip liner if you just want a Your Lips But Better lip liner. I use this every day. I don't wear lipstick, but I got this little acrylic container from Amazon, and that's basically how I kind of do all of my makeup in the Alex drawers. They're in these little acrylic containers. Okay guys, so next is my drawer with all of my palettes. It is a cluster, you know what. I'm just gonna go through all of the palettes that I have, and I'll open a couple of them just so you could see what they look like. So the first one I have in here is the Kat Von D Metal Matte. I have the Balm Nude Tude, the MAC Smarty Pants. Sorry, it's super loud. I have the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. And I have two of these MAC palettes. I have a Tartist Pro Remix palette. And then the only Naked palette that I have left is Naked 2. I only kept it too for this shade, really. This particular shade is so pretty to me. I love it. The rest of the palette is kind of like average to me. I'm not like in love with it. I have the Lolita palette. I actually love this one. I think the color scheme of it is so pretty. Whew, look at all that dust. And I have the MAC. I honestly only got it for aesthetic purposes. It looks like a tarot card. The colors are really pretty. They're pretty nice. Very neutral, very light, but still pretty. Then I have the Moon Dust Urban Decay. This one is that like all glitter one, if you could see. I actually got this at TJ Maxx, which honestly, you probably shouldn't buy makeup at TJ Maxx because it's all like expired and old, but whatever. Honestly, I don't mind too much when it comes to like eyeshadows, because eyeshadows are like the thing that lasts the longest in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I have there. I have three of the Lime Crime palettes. This one is my favorite. It's so pretty. It's the Venus 2. Super grungy, super pretty. I also like the first one though. This one has like a really pretty like dark maroon here. Like this looks so pretty on the eye. Honestly, these two palettes are my favorite out of the three. The regular one and the Venus 2. I have a ColourPop. This is just like an empty palette that has some singles in it. And then the one back here, this is just a random one I got from Hot Topic. Guys, Hot Topic makeup is trash. Don't get it. I just got it because it looked really nice with the colors in it, but it ended up being not good at all. So next is the Zodiac palette. This is actually one of my favorite palettes. I love this so much. I feel like there's so much you could do with this. And the fact that it has shimmers, it has matte shades. Next, I have the Tribe by Juvia's Place. This is the prettiest green eyeshadow if you want green eyeshadows. Juvia's Place eyeshadows are some of the best ones that are out right now. Not only are they super blendable, but they're so pigmented as well. Super affordable too, by the way. Then I have the, oh my god, this is totally falling apart. Did you see that? I don't know what's going on with it, but whatever. Super cheaply made here versus this one. This is like triple the price, and do you see it? It's like literally flaking off right now. Okay, whatever. I just got this too not that long ago. It's so annoying, but anyway. This is the Anastasia one. I barely have any Anastasia palettes. My boyfriend just got this for me for like Valentine's Day or for Christmas or something. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Anastasia shadows, to be completely honest. They're just okay. I think they're just overhyped, and like the price is so astronomical. Honestly, I think they're okay, but there are better eyeshadows out there. Speaking of Juvia's Place, I have another one. This is the Zulu palette. Oops, this is the first one that I got from them ever. Again, so pigmented, so amazing, so affordable, so much better than a lot of makeup brands out there. So totally recommend Juvia's Place. If you haven't used them already, please go and get some. Then I have a cosmetics one. This just comes with a couple different things in it. Have a Morphe. This is the 35V. I kind of regret getting this. I got it because somebody else I was with got this and I was like, you know what? I kind of like that too. But looking at it, it's pretty boring and generic and it's really not my favorite thing ever. I think that Morphe has amazing eyeshadows though. I just wish I got a different palette because this one reminds me so much of the Jaclyn Hill one and I have that palette. I don't know if anybody has ever compared the two, but look at the 35V versus the Jaclyn Hill. Like they're so similar. It's almost like you could get one or the other. I feel like you don't need both, but I have both and I feel dumb for getting both because they're so similar. Again, I don't know if anybody's ever compared the two, but I think if you're gonna get one, I prefer the Jaclyn Hill. I just think there's brighter colors and they had that like whole thing where they were pressed a certain way. I don't know really if that's true, but anyway, I love the colors in this. They blend really well. It really is a good palette and it had its like big boom back when this came out. And I actually really do like this palette. It's a nice one. Next I have the Alyssa Edwards palette from Anastasia. Then I have the ColourPop It's My Pleasure. This is the purple one when they were doing all of the color schemes. I have the NYX Wicked Dreams. It's so funny. I only have it for this shade right here. This turquoise one is the prettiest shade ever. I've had this forever. I honestly should just get rid of it and just depot this one shade. Next one I have is the Kat Von D Alchemist palette. I have a BH Cosmetics Contour and Blush palette. I have the Kat Von D Fetish palette. And then I have the Take Me to Brazil palette. I just really wanted a nice bright one. These are really good base shades. I usually don't use these very much like on their own just because they don't blend the best, but the color selection on this, oops, I'm like going out of frame. The color selection on this is really great and it's really nice if you want some bright colors. I'll touch on this drawer super quick because it really isn't too much having to do with makeup, but I do have my glitters in here. I keep them in this little acrylic container, but all of my glitters are in here. And then I have some like glitter glue here and then some more liquid glitter things. And over here, I just have some backup brushes that I don't really use, but they just kind of live back here. The bottom drawer on the left side actually has nothing to do with makeup, but I thought I would mention in case anybody was wondering what was in there. It is just some glasses and some jewelry storage and some other random stuff. So I'm not sure if this really belongs in a makeup storage video, but this is my top drawer in the right side of the Alex drawers, and this is where I keep like my skincare. I just have a bunch of different skincare in here. I also have my primers in here. Again, I use these acrylic containers from Amazon. In the back here, I just have like mini sizes of things, like trial sizes that I got, so I just keep them back there. The next drawer is a lot of like eyelash things. So over here I have like a curler. I have tweezers to put on my lashes. I have lash glue. I have a bunch of the Miss lashes. The M302A is the best ever. I learned about this from Chelsea Lux. She's a makeup artist that I follow on Instagram. Then I have more eyelashes back here. I just have a lot of eyelashes like everywhere. And this here I have some mascaras. I have a brand new They're Real. I have a couple MAC ones. I have a YSL blue one. They actually discontinued these. I got this in gratis when I worked at Sephora, so I just kept it. They were like, you can give it back if you want, but I mean, it was free, so I wanted to keep it. It doesn't stain my eyes or anything. It really isn't that big of a deal, but I have this. I have the Benefit Roller Lash, and then I have a couple of the Too Faced Better Than Sex minis that I just keep in there as well. Back here, I have everything for my brows. I have clear brow gel. I have the ColourPop and the Wet n Wild brow pencils. I used to be like diehard into the Ka-Brow. It's not focusing, but you know what I mean. This is what it looks like. I used to be so into this. Like this was my favorite brow pomade type thing. But then I started using the Anastasia Dip Brow. Honestly, everybody uses the Dip Brow. It's the best if you want those really, you know, large and in charge brows and them to be super sharp. I also have this Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. I like these as well if I'm going for a softer look, but mostly I just use pencils now. Over here, I have different eyeliners. I have a bunch of different like colored eyeliners. Again, like a bunch of different eyeliners. I have a sharpener. Again, more types of liners. I have some Kat Von D. This is the best black eyeliner ever. It's the Julep Win Pencil Net Gel. Honestly, I just have a bunch of different eyeliners in here for different purposes. And again, it's in one of these acrylic organizers. Back here is a little random. I just have some single eyeshadows that I never wanted to just like take out. I just left them all in here. Some MAC, some ColourPop. This is a NYX. Again, just like some random single eyeshadows. The next one, this is my face drawer. So I have my foundations, my concealers, my setting sprays, and then back there I have little tester sizes. So I guess I'll go through some of them. I have, you know, the Kat Von D. I have a bunch of these CYOs. They were getting discontinued. I learned about these from the Taylor. Her name's not the Taylor anymore. It's Taylor Wynn, I believe. But this was like her favorite, and I tried it and I actually loved it too. So I bought a bunch of them before they went out. I have this awful Wet n Wild foundation. I have to get rid of this. It's terrible. I thought I would like it because I do like, I think it's their stick foundation. Yeah, their stick foundation is super, super nice. But that one absolutely sucks. I hate it. I have some of the MAC Studio Fix. I have the Juvia's Place. I have some stick foundations. I like stick foundations a lot. So I have a couple of them back here. I have L'Oreal, Milani, Wet n Wild. I have backups of the MAC Stick and Studio Fix. Again, my CYOs are all back here as well. And I have the Manic Panic Dream Tone Flawless Foundation Corrector. I just add this to literally anything so it fits my shade because I'm pretty pale. So if anything's too dark, I put this on. As far as setting sprays goes, I have Morphe, MAC, Mario Badescu, I have Wet n Wild, I have Morphe, I said that already, I have Trader Joe's, I have this rose water one that came from Goddess Provisions. What else? I have some Real Techniques and like a beauty blender saved just because I have a bunch of backups of things. These are just some hair care like things when I'm doing masks and stuff. I don't know why I put them here, but they just stay there. Again, I have another backup back there, Fix Plus. Here is all of my concealers. Oops, I keep knocking the camera. I'm not going to take everything out just because there's so much, but I have like a Pro Longwear, I have Revolution, Tarte, a bunch of Tarte, I have some MAC. I have a ton of like backups here. Like I'm a hoarder just because I wanted to take advantage of having my discount. And then I have a all-nighter from Urban Decay. In the back here, I have a bunch of testers. Let me grab another one too. I have even more in the back. When I was freelancing, this was like a thing that a lot of girls at my counter did. We would take little samples of the makeup and the foundation that was there, so we didn't have to buy a full size of it because makeup is expensive. So anytime I was freelancing, I wanted to be able to be sure that I had enough color variation for whoever's makeup I was doing. So I have a bunch like of darker shade. I think I usually only did like Studio Fix Fluid. That's kind of like my go-to that I would do when I was freelancing. Then I have a bunch in here as well. So that was kind of like why I have all these extra ones here. I did that because honestly, I didn't think I really wanted to freelance that much. I only did it a couple times. I really didn't do it very much. And I was trying to just see how I felt about it before I like went all out and bought full-sized in every color, you know what I mean? So I just like doing the little testers just so I don't have to spend too much money at first. And I'm so glad I did that because I do not freelance at all anymore. I'm not sure if anybody cares to see this, but this is the second to last drawer that I am using for my face masks and for my perfumes and body sprays and stuff like that. It clearly is not stored very well. This once was like super organized, but I just have like an abundance of things. And this doesn't really belong in this video, but I thought I would just mention it in case you were wondering what was in that drawer. The same goes for the bottom drawer too. This is just all hair care that I have. So like different types of hair products, hair tools, stuff to style hair. So anything that has to do with hair is in the bottom drawer. And again, it has really nothing to do with makeup. So I thought I'd just mention what was in the bottom drawer in case you were wondering. So here is one last quick overview again of my makeup storage. I have my Alex drawers here with my Muji drawers on top. And then the other Alex drawer here. And that is all of my makeup collection. I started off with my Muji drawers. That's what I had gotten in high school. It was a really good method for me to store all of the stuff that I had because I really didn't have that much at the time. But now it is really good to store my lip glosses. And I like that I could put this on top of my vanity. For a while too, after I got my Muji drawers, when I just had moved in with my boyfriend, I did not have a way to store my makeup. I literally carried it around in a little plastic bag and I would do my makeup sitting on the floor in front of a mirror. Like that's how I did my makeup for a very long time before I got settled and actually got a vanity. So there is no shame in doing your makeup sitting on the floor, guys. I did that for so long. But then I ended up getting a vanity. I did a lot of research, like I said in the beginning, and I really fell in love with the whole Alex 5 drawer and how you have two on the side and then like the slab of wood on top to make a vanity. I think not only is it really practical, but it looks really nice as well. So that's kind of what I opted to move forward with. And it was so lucky, like this is what I wanted. I had dreamt of having these Alex 5 drawers since I was in high school. And when I met my boyfriend, he said, oh my God, I have two Alex 5 drawers just sitting in my storage unit. Nobody's using them. Do you want them for your makeup? And I was like, this is literally perfect. Like I will absolutely take them. So we took them from his storage unit, brought them to our apartment. We got the top of the thing from IKEA. It doesn't fit perfectly like the tops that they sell at IKEA, but it fits enough. But we went and bought that and set it up and it literally was perfect, you guys. Like I'm so obsessed with the way this looks. And I know most YouTubers do it in white, but there's no way I was doing white Alex drawers. That's not my thing at all. I was so happy that he had the black ones because it just totally fits my personality and it looked amazing. So I had my Muji drawers, I had my Alex 5 drawers, but I really didn't have a method at that point to arrange things in my drawers. The reason I wanted drawer organizers was because I just had everything kind of thrown in the drawers and it would be shuffling around a lot and it was just so messy. It was hard to find things. So I wanted to get organizers so that everything had a place. I tried to make some on my own. I watched a YouTube DIY of somebody who was very successful at making their own organizers. It was a hot mess for me. It was a fail. It didn't work. So I just wanted to buy some. So I ended up buying some. So I knew I wanted just like large ones so I can put stuff in it. I also wanted like smaller ones for like pencils and smaller things. And then I knew I wanted like compact organizers. And I don't know if you guys have gotten this far into looking at organization things, but compact organizers that are sold like specifically as compact organizers are so expensive. Like no matter where you go, there's some that go for like literally $50 per drawer. Like people sell specific Alex drawer inserts and they're just so ridiculously expensive. Like it's so not worth the price. I mean, if you have the money and you want to drop it on that, totally go for it. But I could not spend that much money on that at the time. I really was not making that much money to be able to, you know, be like, you know, I'm just gonna spend $500 on organization for my makeup, okay? I gotta miss rent next month, but that's okay, right? So this wasn't a drawer organizer, but I did get these lipstick organizer things on Amazon at the same time that I was buying all of my drawer organizers. The compact one that I got is this one here. So these were the most expensive like unit of things that I got. I really just find in general that compact organizers are more on the expensive side because they are specifically meant for makeup compacts. You can't just get like, you know, a silverware organizer and get it for cheap because a lot of people have silverware. Not many people are looking for specific compact organizers unless you collect makeup and you have a lot of it and you need to store it. So the prices are jacked up, but I only needed to buy 3, so it wasn't too bad. I wanted one for my bronzers, blushes, and highlights. So it worked out perfectly for me and they fit super well in the Alex drawers. And I will show another clip of it now. You might've seen it before in the earlier clip, but I'll show again just so you can see how well they fit going across. The next organizers that I got are so amazing. They look like this. They're just acrylic organizers and they are really deep, if you can see. They're pretty deep. They're all the same. They look the same. They're uniform, but they are different like lengths and widths, which I think is very helpful to store different things. So this one, I just picked this one out. This is where I keep my lip balms and stuff. And this is perfect for lip liners. I just love these. These are the best acrylic ones that I found on Amazon that I tried. I tried one other before this that didn't work out at all. It just didn't fit in the Alex drawer insert. These are small enough where you can kind of Tetris them in any way that you want and they will look really good. They do kind of slide around a little bit, but if you put like something on the bottom, like a little pad, you'll be fine. There were 3 sizes of that one, by the way. There's a very large one that I used in my skincare one. There's that medium size that had my lip balms in it. it, and then there's the small size which had my lip liners in it. So definitely check those out if you have Alex drawers and you want to find things that are good for storage, because they're really not that expensive. They look really great in there, and if you just don't want them to slide around, just put some like stuff on the bottom. So that is it for my makeup collection and storage video. I hope some of you who are looking for storage tips and techniques found this very helpful. If you have any questions about anything, leave it down below and I'll be sure to answer it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.